I never imagined betrayal would look so quiet, so deliberate. There were no screams, no arguments, only the soft sound of silk sliding off her shoulders and pooling on the floor. She stood before me, completely bare, her eyes daring me to react, as if she hoped the sight of her body might distract me from the truth I already knew. And I asked the only question that mattered.
Calm.
Precise. Cutting through the heavy air between us. What is cheating? We used to be inseparable. She was my anchor, my confidant, the woman I believed I would grow old with. I remember nights when we lay awake whispering plans about children, houses, and the life we were so sure we would build together. I believed every word she spoke. I trusted her laughter, her touch, her loyalty. But trust is fragile. It shatters with the first crack. The signs came quietly. A shift in her schedule. Phone calls she stepped outside to take. A smile that no longer belonged to me. Her perfume lingered longer than her presence. Nights out became mornings missing. I told myself not to be paranoid. But paranoia doesn't leave lipstick stains on shirt collars you've never worn. I caught her once, eyes locked on her phone, lips curved into a smile I hadn't seen in months. She didn't even notice me standing there. That was the night I stopped being her husband and became her judge. Pain can drown a man, or it can sharpen him. Mine sharpened. I moved quietly. I didn't confront her. I didn't rage. Rage is messy. Rage is blind. Instead, I watched. I traced her lies, every late-night message, every hotel receipt she tried to hide. I built a case, not with words but with evidence. I hired a private investigator. Cameras, recordings, screenshots. By the time I was finished, I had more proof of her betrayal than she could ever deny. My next call was to my lawyer. Divorce papers drafted. Finances rerouted. Assets shifted. I wasn't only planning revenge. I was preparing a stage. When the curtain finally rose, I wanted her exposed. The night came. I invited her lover into my home without him even knowing. A simple trick, an email sent from her account promising an empty house. He arrived smug and confident. But he didn't find her waiting. He found me. I didn't shout. I didn't raise a hand. I let silence do the work. Hidden cameras captured every twitch of his guilt. He stammered, tried to leave, but the doors were already locked. Then she walked in. She froze, the color draining from her face. He looked at her. She looked at me. I stayed still, calm, controlled. "Drop it," I said. She hesitated. Then the robe slid from her shoulders. She stood trembling, truth itself laid bare before me. "What is cheating?" I asked again, my voice steady. Neither of them answered. But silence has a way of confessing louder than words. The next act unfolded in court. I played the footage, every message, every kiss, every hotel door closing behind them. Their faces, projected larger than life for strangers to see.
She tried to cry.
He tried to hide. But the evidence was a hammer, each blow crushing their denials. I didn't flinch. The judge ruled in my favor. She lost everything: money, reputation, the home she once decorated with promises of forever. He lost his career, his marriage, his name. And I didn't just walk away free. I walked away with everything they thought they could take from me. That's the thing about betrayal. People think it breaks you. They think it makes you weak. But betrayal doesn't break men like me. It builds us. It forges us into something colder, sharper, more dangerous. She once said I was too calm, too calculating. She said life needed passion, chaos. Maybe she was right, because the night she dropped that robe, chaos swirled around me. But inside I was ice. And ice doesn't melt. It cuts. So when I asked her, "What is cheating?" I already knew the answer. Cheating isn't just betrayal. It's underestimating the one you betrayed. That was her final mistake. Because I wasn't the man she cheated on. I was the storm she unleashed. And when it was over, I left her standing in the wreckage, stripped of everything, shivering in the silence she created. Now, when I look back, I don't feel anger. I don't feel sadness. I feel clarity. I gave her my trust once. She broke it, and I broke her world in return.